you're making bad choices. And the problem with you is when you make a bad choice, your choice is impacting your child, it's impacting your mom, it's impacting your father. CPS is not giving a child back to somebody who's in the throes of their addiction. 2018 CR 12678, State of Texas versus Erica Monique Rodriguez. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state? Defense.
John Robertson for Ms. Rodriguez.
And are you Ms. Rodriguez?
At this point, the defense is building a classic mitigation argument. They're not denying the mail was taken. They're explaining why it happened. The goal isn't to prove innocence. It's to convince the judge that survival, homelessness, and desperation should matter when deciding punishment. But as you'll see, Judge Boyd isn't satisfied with the surface-level explanation.
Yes. Counsel, I'm showing you the discovery acknowledgement. Have you received all the discovery in this case, and did you review it with your client? Court will find that the state is in compliance with discovery. Ms. Rodriguez, I'm showing you what's entitled Application for Community Supervision. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it, and did you sign it? All right. Did you understand that what you're charged with in count 2 is possession of controlled substance penalty group 1 gram to 4 grams? That's a third-degree felony. The range of punishment is anywhere from 2 to 10 years in prison and up to a $10,000 fine. Did you understand? If you have a plea bargain agreement with the state, the court does not have to follow your agreement. If for any reason the court does not follow your agreement and gives you more than you bargained for, the fact that you entered a plea will not be used against.
And here comes the question that changes the entire direction of the hearing. Up until now, the story has been about homelessness and hardship, but judges are trained to look beyond the obvious. One simple question is about to reveal a much bigger issue hiding beneath the case.
Against you, and you will be allowed to withdraw your plea. Did you understand? Are we proceeding with sentencing?
Yes,
Anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
I support the following agreement. Erica's, we talked about this. She's got some changes to make in her life, and she's going to use this as an opportunity to make some positive change in a better direction for her and her son.
All right. How many children do you have?
4 total.
What are their ages?
1 to 8, but he's in Washington with his adopted family, and then I have 2 girls, 17-year-old, 18-year-old, and a 3-year-old son.
This is a pivotal moment. Charlotte admits she wasn't completely without options. She chose not to stay with her mother because of conflict and household rules. Suddenly, the case shifts from no place to go to difficulty maintaining stability. Do you think that changes how much responsibility she should bear for her situation?
And who's the 3-year-old with?
Right now, he's with my mom and dad. But my mom recently got, she's in a wheelchair now, so he's trying to take care of him until I'm able to come out and continue being mom to him that I have been since he's been born. I'm all yours.
Well, here's the thing. You haven't been a good mom to him. And sometimes we have to take stock of our life. And if you take stock of your life, you haven't been a good mom to him, because otherwise you wouldn't be here for this. Is Child Protective Services involved?
Yes.
Who's your Child Protective Services attorney?
She didn't have one yet, Judge. It's a fresh case. I actually spoke to the caseworker yesterday. They haven't filed paperwork yet, but it sounds like there may be a situation. I talked to Erica this morning about it, that there may be a temporary custody situation.
Now, the courtroom moves into territory that often sits at the intersection of criminal justice and public health. Mental illness doesn't excuse criminal conduct, but it can help explain the behavior that led to it. Notice how the judge immediately stops focusing on punishment and starts asking questions about treatment, medication, and support systems.
And with the goal of getting her child back with but it's kind of the beginning of this. She had an attorney doing this.
Okay. How far did you go in school?
11.
Why didn't you graduate?
Because I have been with my oldest.
So what have you been doing? Because your oldest is 18 now. So what have you been doing to better yourself employment-wise?
I was working with my boyfriend's mom because she owns a warehouse, and I've been working and helping just like with shipment and stuff like that. And
Is this Isaiah Salinas?
no,
Okay. Who's this boyfriend?
What makes this hearing interesting is that Judge Boyd isn't simply handing out probation. She's designing a roadmap. Counseling, education, community service, parenting classes. Every condition is being tailored to address the problems that brought Charlotte into court in the first place. That's a very different approach from a one-size-fits-all sentence.
Kyle Herrera.
Kyle what?
Herrera.
Herrera.
Okay. Does he have criminal history?
No.
Does he have a drug issue? Do you have a drug issue? So, and have you been with Kyle while you've had this drug issue?
Yes, but he's more like because he's working, like it makes me want to work. Like he's like a positive influence in my life.
Here's the thing. This is what I've discovered on my time on the planet. I tell everybody I'm in the twilight of my life, or the fall of my life, because I don't expect to live to be 200. It'd be nice if I did.
In the end, Charlotte avoids prison, but not without accountability. The judge's message is clear. Hardship may explain poor choices, but rehabilitation requires responsibility. The real challenge begins after the courtroom, following the rules, completing the programs, and proving this second chance was worth giving.
Everybody lives to be 200, and that means that we can't retire until we're 160. Who wants to do that, right? But this is what I've discovered. I've discovered that usually people who have the same interests gravitate towards each other. For example, if somebody invites me to lunch with marathon runners, I'll show up because I'm supporting maybe somebody else who's a marathon runner. But we're not going to hang out on a day-to-day basis. We're not going to discuss what type of shoes they wear. You know why? Because I'm not a marathon runner. That's just not what I do. When people have drug addictions, usually the people they're with have drug addictions, or either they enable them. So I know you're not going to sit here and try to tell me that Kyle doesn't use drugs.